Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, Sekou. Welcome to, I'm going to say it. I'll catch you up to what I'm thinking. Welcome to the Be Your Own Hero Show. I'm your host. I'm Sekou Wrights. I'm the author of a book, some very, very important. The book is Hack Your Pain Now. Hack Your Pain Now. Check out the book. Okay. Now let me finish my intro. Shout out to New Thought Media Network for giving me the space and opportunity to invest in myself versus the two strokes I've been hit with. Two strokes I've been hit with. But I'm fighting them both. Right? Now this is what I'm excited about. This is what I'm excited about. I keep messing up the chronology because I'm so excited, but here we are. Here we are. This is what I'm excited about. I'm excited about the name. I'm excited about the name. I'm excited about the name because I'm about to change the name. I'm about to change the name of the show. It's no longer going to be the Be Your Own Hero Show. As you can see, it's going to be titled Get Rich 101. Get Rich 101. Get Rich 101. Now, see, let me explain. Let me explain how we got there. I was following God. Now, mind you, following God is something that's new to me. It's new to me. And I started developing my sensitivities to what the Lord is bringing me during the pandemic. And I've been more focused on that. And in this period, the Lord said, make this podcast. And I was like, ain't nobody got time to make an extra podcast. I was like, during the pandemic too? Like, oh, come on. Who wants to do it during the pandemic? And so I thought about it for a while, and I was like, you know what? You are trusting in God. That's what you're doing. You're exercising the habit of trusting in God. And one more thing, I ignored God once, and it cost me $40,000. It cost me $40,000, right? And that was easy math right there at the beginning of the pandemic. I saw it right there. $40,000. It's like just blew away, and I saw it clearly. I could have made $40,000. Now, if you want me to hear all that, I have to go back to a different. Well, I guess I'll give you a very brief version. I asked God to. Well, I prayed and asked him if I should put all my money on one stock. And God came back and said yes, very emphatically, yes. And I didn't do it. And I watched that stock go to 40,000. 40,000. So I will not forget again, right? So now I'm trying to be more present, to what God is telling me. So God told me to make this podcast. I was like, man, all right, God. You said to do it. I'm gonna do it, and I did it. And I created this new podcast. And I I forgot about it, honestly. Well, let me be clear. I forgot a lot of things because of my amnesia. So the way my amnesia seems to work is that it goes along in silence. It moves along in silence. It's creeping along, and then someone will light a topic or a name or something directly will impact me, and then it'll open up the corner of that life, and then I'll be moving along quietly. Someone will light a light on something, and then it'll open the corner in that life. So I hope I didn't confuse you more, but what I'm saying is that I have to be directed, and once I'm directed, it opens up like this, and then it kind of falls back in on itself, right? Oh, well, I remember that, and it kind of disappears, right? And then it kind of opens again later on. So that's what happened with the podcast. Now, Fee, my fiance, Fee King, I see her shouting out all these people, she got: Charlotte, Red, Deborah, Fit, Nick, all these people she's inviting to the show right now. So anyway, she and I have been talking about doing the podcast, and I was like, I think I can do it. I think I can do it. Now, I have to say it that way because a lot of things that I used to be able to do, I haven't been able to do so well. So I was like, I think I can do it. I think I can do it. And thus far, I've gotten 99% finished with the podcast. I'm really close. This is one part that's got me grinding my wheels every night. I'm trying. I can't quite get it, but I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. But anyway, because I've been dancing in the pool of podcasts recently on my computer's like, hey, are you interested in this podcast? And I was like, all right, well, let me see. And let me tell you, I just found out I can't even, I'm so excited that I'm just bugging out. So what happened was, I said, sure, tell me. And it showed me all this stuff about Get Rich 101, this podcast that I created in response to God saying, create this podcast, do it for me. And I recreated it and forgot about it. And don't you know, Get Rich 101 has a life of its own. A life of its own. Meanwhile, I've been doing this hero show about money. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm doing a show about money, and yet I've got this podcast named Get Rich 101, and it is huge. I mean, let me explain it to you. I can't just wait a minute. How do I get it? How do I get it to transfer the? Okay. Oh, okay. Phew. See, that's one thing I want to explain. Oftentimes, my mind post stroke is a bit of a blur. So, like yesterday, my mom was like, put the now it's better than perfect. Put it in your notes. Like she said that. Put that in your notes, right? And I said, yeah, but that's not the thing. The thing is, I know that I've written it down. I already have it in my notes. And yet I know that I have it on my wallet, right? And so in the tension of me looking for it, I'm thinking about my wallet, and I completely forgot about my show notes. And it seems so simple. But I can't quite get to where is the thing I'm looking for. You know what I mean? It's like, it's very frustrating for me. But I have all she can do is remind me that the phrase that I'm looking for is in the Be Your Hero show notes. And she just remind me that, and that will hopefully will get me to the point where eventually I'll know to go there. But sorry about that. I just wanted to explain that to you because many of you say something to me once and you expect me to have it. And yes, pre-stroke say cool would have had it. Would have had it. Would have had it. But now you gotta say things. You gotta say things 2 ways. You gotta say something 3 ways. You gotta unpack it the same, in a different kind of way than you said it before. Like you gotta be patient with me. That's all I'm saying. You gotta be patient with me. All right. So anyway, this is what I was going to say. I was going to share with you. Listen to this. Look at this. All right. Now this is my podcasting saying that 93% of my listeners discovered my podcast in 2023. 2023? Like, let me remind you that I had a stroke. I had, 2 strokes actually. I had 2 strokes in July of 2022. 2022. So I've been out. 2023, I was out. Right? Completely out. And yet, all by itself, without any help from me, without any attention from me, this podcast has grown by 93%. What? That's incredible to me. And let me see what else. I can show you something else right here. 93% of your listeners. Tip Tuesday, episode 5. Now, Tip Tuesday was actually this show, the Be Your Own Hero show. I was calling it Tip Tuesday back in the day, early on, because that's the days when I only would talk about money on Tip Tuesday. As I was only talking about money, Tip Tuesday. And look, episode 5 brought them in. 41% of my new listeners started right here, right? 41%, like, that's incredible to me, because we're talking about a segment of the Be Your Own Hero show that predates when I became a show about money. This was when I was doing the money once a week on Tip Tuesday, and now that's where people are starting beginning their journey with me. That's incredible. All right, let's see what else we got. Let's see. How does it feel to have gone global? Look at this. I was streamed in 29 countries. 29 countries? I mean, again, it has happened by itself without me touching it at all. Without me touching it at all, because I've been too caught up in trying to live my life and trying to undo the things that have happened to me because of a stroke. I did not know about this podcast, but it was streamed in 29 countries. Now, before you think that that's easy, I have a regular podcast, the Sacred Race podcast. I put things to every once in a while, drop something in there every once in a while. I've been dropping the Hero Show in there recently, and it's 100% one country, United States. One country, United States, compared to 29 countries. Like, wow, that's incredible. That's incredible. Incredible difference, right? And now let's see what else we got. What else we got that we can listen to? We can really gig off of. Okay, let's see. See, look, Australia. See, the podcast is doing well in places I haven't even been. Number 2, Australia. I haven't been to Australia. Number 3, I have not been to Norway. Number 4, I have not been to Nigeria. Number 5, I've not been to Belgium. All these places have been pursuant to, I'll just roll with it, with pursuing the Get Rich 101 mindset. Get Rich 101 mindset. And it's the same information. It's the same information that I talk about here. Because here I talk about mindset. Mindset. Well, let me be more specific. In Get Rich 101, I'm specifically talking about one book, The Science of Getting Rich, and how that one book helped reshape my whole thinking around money. I gotta tell you, it has reshaped my whole thing around money, and that is the main thing of anything in terms of getting money is a change in your mindset. I know a lot of you don't believe that, but I got to tell you, it's a change in your mindset. You've got to change your mindset. Ashe, ashe. This is amazing to me. Amazing to me. Let me see if there's any more great things about this one. Let's see. Clicking on to next thing. What else are you listeners into? Yeah, they're into that. They're into that. All right, so I guess that's enough of the good things. Okay. All right. Yeah. One more. Look at that. My podcast grew in all these ways. 88% new followers in this year, in 2023, a year that I had nothing to do with the podcast. It had nothing to do with the podcast. So anyway, this is really great. This is really great. So I am moving. I guess I'm not moving, but I am changing the name of the show because I'm linking up these two disparate points of things that I do and putting them together because they are the same. They are the same. Me talking about the mindset of wealth and me talking about the day-to-day things of wealth are intermeshing, and I'm putting them together. And Get Rich 101 is about to be the thing. Get Rich is about to be the thing. It's about to be the thing. All right, so let's see what Fee King was saying. Aphasia. Aphasia. I was trying to think of that word earlier today when I recorded my run report. Oh, I should play that. When I was running and trying to do my run report, I could not think of that word. Aphasia. And here it is. Here it is. Let me see if I can get this up right, and I can show it to you. I got so excited about the name switch. I got confused. Well, not confused, but I didn't tell you the stats. I didn't show you the run report. All right, so here we go. Let's add you to the run report and let's check you out. Here we go. So folks on IG, just listen closely. Listen closely. Okay, folks. Made it. Those of you may notice, put myself on Front Street now. I'm holding the phone in my right hand. That means it's more difficult for me. And it's a little more, well, a lot more distracting. But I'm trying. I mean, I've had it in mind before, but haven't been sticking to it. So sticking to it today. And let's see, I ran my mile and I got it done. And I'm working each day, each mile, every day, past the day. Ah, man, I knew what I wanted to say, but it didn't come out right. So, alopecia, no. Oh, man. All right, I'm going to give up today. But I'll still try to think of it. Okay, I give up today. But I'm going to keep smiling at myself, even though I can't remember the words. Keep smiling at myself and keep thinking to myself, I'm still doing. I'm still doing. Still doing. Yeah. One of my friends at Cornell said to me this week that, man, you might be the only one. You might be the only person we know of who suffered a stroke and then ran 2 marathons. So I gotta hold on to that. I gotta hold on to that and hope that I'm one of the few. And I gotta keep being one of the few every day, every day, every day. All right? I'll holler. Wow. Hold on. Okay, folks. Made it. Made it. Those of you may notice, put myself on Front Street now. Put myself on Front Street. Okay, so yeah, that affected me because this morning I did put the phone in my right hand. Now I've been very careful with this because I've been traveling it with my phone in my left hand because I don't want to drop my phone. And so me putting my phone in my right hand is a big deal for me. And I've been working with it because of that idea that that my right hand side may stay the same. I've got to become efficient with it. So that's one thing that it was important about. And then you heard me trying to say aphasia. You heard me trying to say it and I couldn't say it. But anyway, I wanted to point out this. Fee King is saying, where can people find your podcast? Yeah. So the thing is, I guess people don't need me to tell them where to find it, but just go to Get Rich 101 and enter that into your Google search stream, what have you, and it'll come up as a podcast. I mean, all these people have found it on their own. That's really incredible. And also, I like this, Fee. I like this. Get Rich 102. Get Rich 102. Man, I like that a lot, but I got to see what I'm doing in terms of the name, in terms of the branding. But yeah, I like that. I like that quite a bit. Anyway, I'm just merging the disparate things that I do into one place, and I am trying to get the podcast up for me and Fee. I just got this one little part that I'm trying to get with the email. I'll get it though. I will get it. All right, let's see. What else? Fee has alopecia and I have aphasia. We are perfect together. Yeah, thanks, Beyonce. Thanks for saying that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, she's saying 101. Get Rich 101. Yeah, but 102 might be good. 102 might be good. Okay, so yeah, I think that was it. I mean, that was not what I intended to talk about, but I got into it and it just blew me away that, let me say this. Trusting God is a muscle. You have to develop it. Trusting God is a muscle. You have to develop it. And so this is important. Like once you start to accept it, you will learn more of when it's leading you, right? And then the voice gets louder and louder and more clear if you're doing the right thing. If you're doing the right thing, anybody else can tell you that you're doing the wrong thing, but that voice inside makes itself clear. And this is clear. Because I told God in my negotiations, I was like, listen, I don't have time to do this extra podcast because I've already got a podcast. I already got a podcast. I'm trying to do some extra podcasts. And yet, that single that single podcast I did has grown beyond anything I've done. Anything I've done. So I am a believer now. Yet a believer again. I've been proven. God has proven His way again. Can't quite get the words right, but God is proving Himself once again. Himself, herself. That God is showing me the way, even when you only give a little bit of attention. God will make it grow. God will make it grow. God will make it grow. All right. All right. All right. I think that's it. Thanks, Fee King, for giving me all the love and attention today. And yeah, thanks for the people on I Am for checking me out. And I think that's it because today's Friday, and I'm keeping it easy on a Friday. And now is better than perfect. Now is better than perfect. Now is better than perfect. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. All right, folks. I'll see you next time. Later.